Hey y'all, so I am outside of my place and I'm recording this. And I did film some of my shift at the facility and but I was working. So I wanted to freaking come on here and let you all know how my shift was. So I got in and they didn't have a login for me. Well, first I had to ask what's my login. But what's cool is that one floor you had to wear N95s. Another floor you could just wear surgical masks. So, okay, I was on the floor where you gotta wear N95. So first I was like, oh hell, they got cases. And then I got over there. It turns out to be the Med A floor, right? And it's the rehab floor. So it's not that many patients. You wear a mask only because people have just now came into the facility and they need to be screened. They need to be on that only on that unit for 14 days or whatever. So, but they don't have it right. That's a smart way of doing things. And I like the way it was laid out. It was a nice layout. It was clean. It smelled good. It was organized. It was good. I was like, yes, this is what I like when it comes to working in nursing homes and healthcare in general. When it's organized to some extent and cleanliness. It smells good. It's that's super important in healthcare for your work environment to be clean as possible. Being in nasty nursing homes, stuff all over the place, oh my gosh, ugh. Working in filth, it's so hard to work in a dirty space. Oh my goodness, Florence Nightingale, girl, do you hear? I feel like Florence Nightingale just channeled me. Yeah. I need to take my butt to sleep. What time is it? Honey, Florence Nightingale just freaking channeled me. It is 11:31 at night. Let me get something to drink. Hydrate. So imagine, as I'm talking, imagine me off of work and how I look off of work. Because I ain't about to record this. I don't feel like holding no camera. I'm just recording this. Let me drink something. We should do this like a podcast. NurseB After Work podcast. Oh my goodness. Would y'all listen to that? Just kind of listen to NurseB After Work podcast. When you're in your car or something, I'm just talking. You don't see my face. All right. You can listen to it now. This is episode 1. All right. It's official. So, anywho, let me put my window down. I got my heat on. So, I get off of work. No, I'm off work now. But anyways, get back to it. Whew, yeah, I needed to drink that. I did eat, which was good. I had a minute to eat. The people I was working with was cool. But, yeah, it was a lot of BS. It was a bunch of BS. So, let's get into it. So, it was nice. It's clean. That's the positive. See, I didn't rip y'all a whole new one. That's the positive. But there's no login for me. So, I'm literally, I didn't even come there. I'm not even there. Because I have not been able to get in and actually be this is me charting. So, one girl had logged me in onto her stuff just to show me, because a person was I'm in pain, I need a pain pill. I'm like, oh hell. Okay, I gotta at least see the order. I have to make sure that this is an actual order before I give her anything. Sign off of it and give it to her. Okay. So, just don't be giving people pills, y'all. That's a tip. Let's just throw that little tip out there. A Virgo, I need to get somebody that's going to record all my tips and send them to me. I will pay you. I'll do something. We can barter something. I got you. So, tip number 1. Just don't be giving pills just because they say, oh, she get a pain pill. You see that it's a card of pain pills and you pop it out and give them to them. No. You need to look at that order, because people be still having them old cards on there. You need to look. The order is what's going to save you. Don't go by that dang on card. Go by the order. Order. It's a reason. It's an order to order. Okay, let me drink some tea to that. So, couldn't get in. Y'all, I went the entire shift, almost, until about an hour before I left. Could not log in. Could not sign anything off. Could not chart. Could not do nothing to show that I did anything that day. except for I signed out my narcotics and I signed out any type of antibiotics I had to get. I put my initials, everything all over the cards. So you know I was here because I'm the only person that signed my cards. Like, if I'm giving a narcotic, I sign my cards. So what I mean when I say that, so if you're new to healthcare, you don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. When you are giving somebody a medication, there's different ways that facilities give out medication. Some is through pills. That's usually like over-the-counter meds. It just depends, special meds. Or they have them in these little bags, like a little Pick Six. Is that what it's called? Pick Six? Whatever. I don't know. I don't use that much. But I have used it. And you cut it or you tear it, and that's what they get. That's like the easiest way to freaking pass pills. Like the easiest way to pass pills. Quickest way. But I like the cards too, though. I like the cards. It depends. I do like the cards because you can see the pills, and it's like I like them. But anyways, the card is, there's this literally a card, like a card, and it has pills inside of it. It's a pill bubbles. You pop them and boom, that's the pill. It's not like a bottle where you got to take one pill out, put it back in. It's not all that. And honestly, as a side note, it's probably very they need to change that policy in healthcare with open pill bottles. You shouldn't be able to do open pill bottles to give pills because that's very, very unhygienic. Just think about how many people open a pill bottle, take a pill out, put it back in. What if they touch it, put it back in there? All the pills is contaminated. Every last one of them damn pills is contaminated. Sorry, sponsors, for cursing, but they're all contaminated. So who thought of that? Like, duh, of course it would be contaminated. Everybody, you just open it, put it, every time you open it, pulling it. I mean, it's probably not as contaminating as everything. I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to do a study on that. Yeah, we need to have somebody conduct a study to prove, to see. Because it might not even be, it might just be in theory. It might be, it might not. It might be. They need to test that. As a side note, see, getting off of work, staying up late, wired. I'm over here like, my mind be racing, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all getting the real NurseB. So I did want to let you all know that if you have a scrub business, if you have any type of business and you would like to be a sponsor, you need to email me, Brandi with an I, BRANDI at YourFavNurseB, because I am YourFavNurseB.com. So just Brandi at YourFavNurseB.com. And based on your business, looking at everything, I may or may not, go further with saying I want to work with you. It just really depends, and we can just see what we can offer one another. But I am looking for sponsors. The ones I'm looking for the most, like right now, like literally like today, is scrubs. If you have scrubs and you want to reach out to me, we can work something out like yesterday. So email me, let me know. But it doesn't really matter. Whatever you have, if we can jive together, we can work together. I would definitely help to promote people on my channel. And I know some people are like, oh my gosh, sponsorships are so cheesy. Blah, 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 blah. My thing is, let that girl eat. Let that boy eat. Okay? Let people eat. And if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. So anyways, I do want to work with people. I want to work with, small business, minority-owned business, female-owned business, whatever-owned business, people that know what they're doing, people that enjoy what they're doing, people who are craftsmen and women and who are just out here just want to build themselves up in this economy and in this time that we live in. I definitely want to help promote you. And we can barter something. It can be payment. It can be a number of things. And that's what I'm really interested in right now. It's just because I know I have over 30,000. Over 30,000 subscribers here on YourFavNurseB. And on my other channel, my second channel, Step Forever True, it's like over 11,000 over there, or maybe at 12K. I can't remember. But anywho, I know that within that amount of people, there's a number of people who I'm connected with, because in some way you were connected to me in some way if you subscribe to my channel. So I know that for some reason, like, there's people within this group of us, all the subscribers, me included, and everybody that's connected to me as as subscribers, this community that we have here on this platform. Thank you, YouTube. What's big ups to YouTube for bringing us together, right? Like, YouTube, and we need to sponsor YouTube, shoot, because YouTube, they brought us together. So anywho, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I done lost my train of thought. I started thinking about picture stuff in my head. But we came together, so I feel like there has to be other people out there within this collective that's doing stuff that can benefit me, and I can benefit them on a business level, because it's still a relationship. So if say if my relationship to you all, or to a specific person, like you, the person listening, you right now listening, say that my relationship to you is, Brandi or YourFavNurseB inspired me to go ahead and finish school, or go ahead and apply for school, whatever the case may be, right? Maybe that's your connection to me, and maybe you wrote to me and my connection to you was like, man, hearing their story really inspired me. Like, that's what's up. Like, oh my gosh, like, people are so amazing. That's how I would feel hearing a lot of people out here. Y'all start like, okay, like, whoa, or I would like, or people would tell me like, your life seems so similar to my life, and they tell me stuff like that is, and it just make you think like we connected. And so I just want to stay connected. I want to know that if anything were to happen with YouTube, like, the people that I have been able to inspire, motivate, educate, over here, do whatever to, even if I pissed you off, I don't know, you connected with me, I connected with you, and I just appreciate you all for supporting me on this journey, because I grew up extremely shy, extremely timid. My self-esteem was up and down. I'm a cancer gang, still cancer season, okay? It's still, we holding on. Today the 20th, we right there, Leo finna come through, roaring through. Anyways, we right at the tail end of cancer season, and it's also a Cancer new moon too. Dang, that's deep. That's for another channel. My other channel, Stay Forever True. Go over there. We'll talk about that later. But what was I saying? Yeah, we connected. So I think that I'm just grateful for y'all. I'm just so grateful, because I am the person that I saw myself becoming when I was a little girl. Do y'all remember just being younger, thinking about yourself as an adult? And you're like, you picture yourself, like, you put yourself up to, like, you just believe that you can accomplish anything. And you're right. You are 100% right. But then life happens. You gain weight, you lose weight, your hair don't look good, your face look a mess, people talking about you, you feel too short, you feel too tall, you feel like your feet ugly, you feel like you stink, you feel like everything, go through life, people telling you this, life just throw stuff at you, throw stones at you, this and the third, like, you don't know what to do, you like, wait, and it's like, that you, the person, the you that's within you, that child within you, that part of you, that part of you that's just real you, always within you, always got your back. But it's like you throwing, it's like, okay, picture this, picture a huge hole in the middle of the ground, like a canyon or something, but it's deep, but it's a huge hole, but it's deep, it's super deep, but it's a huge hole, right? Don't be scared. I know people get scared of huge holes that's deep in the ground, but you're looking at it, and way deep down there is you. You're right there at the bottom, and then you're like, okay, it's pretty cool down here. It's not too bad down here, it's wide and open, and it's pretty deep. I got my little space. I'm cool. I feel really happy. Wow, look up there at the sun. I'm gonna be up there at the sun one day. I'm gonna grow. It's like literally like you're a seed planted in the ground. Oh, I'm feeling it. You a seed planted in the ground, real you. Okay, I'm about to become an acorn tree, or I'm about to become a maple tree. I'm about to become a cherry tree. I'm about to become whatever, a sunflower. Yay. Okay, let me get in the dirt. And you're picturing yourself growing up. You're so happy. You're so joyful. You are who you are. I'm this beautiful sunflower just blowing in the wind. Ooh-wee. And then you get some dirt on top. You're like, oh, wait. Hold on. What's happening? Huh? Then some more dirt get thrown on top of you. I can't see. Where am I going? What? And then boom, boom, boom. All this dirt just falls on top of you. And you're laying in there, in the dirt. You can't see nothing. You're like, I'm supposed to be a sunflower, right? When am I going to become a sunflower? What the heck just happened? I thought I was about to become a sunflower. What? So, that's crazy, right? Think about that. That's like your inner child. And it's like your inner child has to wait to become adult to just come back again. Because life is going to hit you. But you got to make sure your inner child comes back. You don't let it go. Like, don't just throw stuff on top of it and you just let it sit there and you don't even put no sunlight on it. You just throw it in a whatever. It becomes moldy and everything. And inner child is like, what about me? Am I ever going to come out? No. When you plant stuff in the dirt and it come, you know, we have to plant everything in the dirt. You know, it just go deeper. I can talk about this on another channel. It go deeper. I ain't even go. My mind drifted off somewhere totally different. But it was back to the shift. Wow, back to the lesson at hand. I might have to put that on a whole nother channel. But that's to be continued on my other channel. We'll talk about that later. But it was a pretty chill. It was a chill shift because I actually literally got everything charted on time. But let me tell y'all. So we go through the shift. All the residents was cool, cute residents, cute facility. I actually enjoyed it. Actually, I cannot complain about the actual shift. It was actually a really nice shift. But this little situation happened, right? So, at the end of the shift, they was like, hey, do you need your time sheet signed off? I was like, yes. Because almost everybody that was working there that night was agency. And so you have to get somebody that actually work at that facility sign off on your time sheet or you ain't getting paid. So she was about to leave, so she was signed off on her time sheet or whatever, and she was like, I still didn't get no login, yada yada. I still hadn't had a login by the time because she left a little bit earlier in the shift. I was like, I ain't got no login still. She was like, oh, you she was like, well, how did you pass anything? How do you do? I said, because I just told her what happened. And then she was like, oh, you should have just signed off on her stuff. I was like, why would I sign off on her stuff that she gave something? Because if you don't, that's a med error. I said, well, I talked to the DON and she told me that I have 48 hours to chart. I said, I told her I will come. I didn't even go into, I just said that. Well, honestly, I don't even know if I even went into detail because at the end of the day, like, what is this to you? Because her thing was, I didn't like her body language because she probably didn't like my body language either. But she was like, I was like, I just didn't chart. And she was like, well, how did you give it? I was like, I gave it da-da-da-da. She's like, oh. And I just kind of flexed, because you know, y'all know, my husband told me this too. He told me this. Ah! Oh my goodness, Chris. So he said, Brandi, you talk with your hands. Like, you need to tame that down, because if I didn't know you, or if I was a female, I'd be thinking you'd be ready to fight or something. I'd be like, what? He's like, and if something go down, I'm going to have to go fight her and her man. I'm going to have to fight two things. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, because I'm going to have to go. If anything happens, you better call me. I'm fighting everybody. Shout out to my husband. I love you, baby. I hope y'all listen to this whole thing. This could be a little podcast. That'd be nice. Okay, so it is episode 1. So what was I about to say? So that happened. And so I was just like, yeah, I just didn't chart. And so what I did was, just picture this. I took up both of my hands at the side of my body and I supinated, supinated my wrist up like, You know the little emoji that be like, anyways. But I did that gesture like, yeah, I just didn't chart. And then I put my hands there. So I guess I kind of did have a look. And she mimicked me and did that again. I peeped it, but I don't think anybody else peeped it. I don't know. And she was like, okay, you could have just said, she said, that's a med error. I said, no, I talked to da. It's not like, I didn't want to go into detail with her, but why would I chart that I gave something under somebody else's name? I'm not charting for, no. That's a mad error. To chart under, like, I could have went into detail with her, but it's just like, it was, because, like, here I am doing my hand the same way again. I do talk with my hands. And, you know, I've had a few of you all critique me on there. Like, you talk with your hands. If you want to do public speaking, you really need it. That's how I talk. I feel like that's me. Like, there's really... I mean, what else? Like, I'm animated when I speak. I'm animated. And to me, that just helps me to be able to say it and to interpret what I have to say to people. Because a lot of times my mind be going super fast. In order for me to slow it down and be able to communicate with somebody, like, on their level or wherever we're at, without me kind of, like, going off the rip and, like, saying something that would probably get me, like, locked up or something, I have to talk in other ways. I have to communicate in other ways. And so it probably comes off like me physically communicating to somebody so that I don't physically communicate. If anybody pictured that, I don't physically, like, choke nobody. Okay, I need to communicate another way physically so that I don't do that. So I have to express myself, because sometimes it just be harder for me to communicate myself to people verbally. So it's like physically I have to convey it. Like, I need to probably learn sign language, honestly. Like, legit, I need to probably learn sign language because I use my hands so much in communication. Like, I feel like I would probably be a good... Oh, gosh. Shout out to anybody that knows how to do sign language. Hey, can you teach me? I'll shout you out, and this could probably be something you could do online. You could do a course or something. Let me know, y'all. Let me know, man. I'm here for it. Violin, if you know how to play the violin, hey, let's barter something. I'll figure something out. I like, legit. Just help me, and I'll help you. Scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go in the house. It was a cool shift. Like I just said, that situation was the only thing that I was just like, whatever. Because she's like, well, let me go. Because I guess it's just like, yeah, go, girl. Y'all just don't know me. Y'all know the NurseB. Y'all do. But y'all just don't know how I am, for real. I am a public figure, you know. So I work on making sure that I convey myself in a way that's professional, because I'm still a nurse. At the end of the day, I'm still a nurse, still a professional. But B-U-T, capital B-U-T, I'm your NurseB for a reason, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Come in, do what I gotta do. I ain't gonna have no problems. We ain't gonna have no problems, okay? I'm gonna get in and get out. Because I told y'all this in a few videos back in the day. You better go watch them. I don't argue with anyone but my man. Okay? I don't argue with nobody but my man. So let's just leave it at that. Okay? So anywho, yeah, that's that. It was a pretty cool shift. I am not gonna lie. It was a chill shift. I love that it was a clean facility. Like, big ups to it being a clean facility. I cannot appreciate it enough. I need to do like a rating system. That'd be awesome. Like the NurseB seal of approval type of thing. Like, hey, does your facility have the NurseB seal of approval? Then I rate it. That'd be what's up. I don't know legally how that will work, because, you know, HIPAA and all that, and I want her talking. I don't necessarily know. Somebody let me know. All right, I'm about to go in the house. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that happened on this shift where I was just like, really? Oh, yes. So, this girl. Okay, so I have on 2 name tags. Not gonna lie. 2 name tags. And it keeps flipping over. I need to actually use my name badge reels that Zaina, Reflections by Zaina sent me. And I don't know where the heck I put them. I know where I put them because I literally just saw them. But then it's like I put them somewhere else. And then I have a 2-year-old who likes to, go through everything that I own. But that's neither here nor there. I'm about to go check on my babies, jump in the shower, check on my babies. But, so I was talking to this girl. She was helping me out the whole shift. Great. She was doing an awesome job. Great CNAs. And so, I don't know if it's when I told her about school or when I told her about my channel. I can't remember what conversation, because we was having a few little conversations here and little small conversations. But she said, "Oh, so what are you? Are you an LPN?" And then she flipped over she reached and grabbed my name badge, like that's next to my breast. Yes, grabbed it, flipped my name badge over, and it was like, "Oh, but she had cancer though. Cancers are touchy." So I can't even really be mad at her. It's cancer season. Like, it's still cancer season. She told me her birthday was not so long. Cancers are kind of invasive physically. So it's just like, okay. I don't think she meant nothing by it. But the way it kind of came off, it felt like it was some energy behind it. So I was like, I don't know. But it's neither here nor there. I didn't tell you I finished my class for school, so I gotta check those grades, see if they turned those grades in or not. And yeah, I'm gonna be really, really busy coming up soon. So this is probably how a lot of the videos are gonna be for a while. So I hope you all enjoy them. Something different, something new, but I still am gonna have some more sit down videos. I have a really yummy one coming up soon, so y'all better go watch it. Oh, cannot wait. This video is gonna be epic. Y'all gonna love it. But yeah, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my family, working more. I haven't even really told y'all, I need to do a life update video, really, honestly, because it's like a lot of stuff has changed and I haven't even told y'all, even though I've been putting up videos. Like, a lot of stuff been changing that I haven't really talked about. But shout out to Jasmine G. She's a Cancer as well. I believe her birthday was it already passed. Shout out to her. Go check out her channel. Let her know that I sent you over. She's a nursing YouTuber. And she's also a Cancer. But she's like a skeptical Cancer. She's one of those. She's not a believer. Not yet. She's probably a Cancer with more Gemini energy, I would think. But I don't know. I haven't really thought about her chart. Because I remember her saying, I don't believe in, the law of attraction. In a sense, that's kind of how she said it. But maybe it's just the way she was communicating it. Maybe I just didn't catch it. I probably need to watch the video again to see if I kind of can see it differently than the first impression I had of when she said it. But it kind of seemed like she was just look, that's not how things work.